Hey guys, this is Brendan with Gone Mobile Vans. We're here in the back of our shop today. Got a bunch of vans out here that we're working on. I think there's 6 out here at the moment. Busy day at the shop as always. Wanted to show you one that we're really close to finishing up. Final touches, upper cabinets, a few other things here and there. And we're gonna be delivering it to the client in about 2 days before they head off to Alaska with their van. So last few things in this van, this is really close to one of our standard builds, although it does have some extra suspension that I'll show you later on. We got our final touches on L-track for securing some of the gear for these clients. We've got last couple things are going to be all the upper cabinets. They're going in later this afternoon. We're getting the power panel all squared away so we could have the touchscreen controller for the power system. We got a little bit of a different layout with some different cabinets from Lost Highway for additional storage and a permanent oven air fryer combo that'll be on the driver's side of the van. So a few different things on this one, and can't wait to give you the full tour a little bit later. I know all of us were pretty excited when Ford announced the Transit Trail. I know I was. We drive one as our demo van. We love it. However, they're really challenged to get a hold of these days, but we've turned this into something that I think is even better than the Transit Trail. So we've got the Q-lift installed on this thing and the Van Compass lift installed at the same time, which gives us about a 4.5-inch lift, allows us to get 285, 75, 16 tires, 33-inch tires on this thing. Overall height increase is over 7 inches over stock. It's really an awesome setup. So up front, we were able to get the Bilstein B6 struts installed on this, as well as the blue springs from Van Compass. It gives you that extra ride height. We also paired that with the lower control arms from Van Compass to get some high clearance up front and infinite adjustability to really make sure that everything is in the right geometry when you're hitting the road. In the rear, in addition to the Q-lift, we also have a 5-spring mini leaf pack from Van Compass to give you extra springs, extra height, and we've got the Falcon Fast Adjust 3.3 shocks from Van Compass to really give this a nice dial-in ride to get it to your comfort level, whether you're driving on the highways in windy conditions or on the mountain roads. So here we are under the front of the van. Figured this would be a good location to see how much clearance we have up front in the center. So right now from the ground, we have about 12 3/4, 12 5/8 worth of clearance to this cross member here. It's about the same to this front skid plate from CA Tuned Off-Road as well. So that's a pretty decent amount of clearance right up front in this van. So here we are on a stock Transit. We just got this van in the shop here. No suspension or tire or wheel upgrades on this thing yet. It's a little hard. I can't even quite get to that center cross member. I'm a little bit too big for that, but it's right around 8 inches of clearance. So from this to our new van right there, 4 inches in height difference in that center location. So 9 to 13 inches, pretty big improvement. All right guys, so here we are at the back of the van. We're gonna measure to the lowest part of the back of the van here at the bumper. So here's the hitch, just about 17 7/8 of an inch to here. Keep in mind that quite often we're replacing this bumper and hitch combination with the Transit Off-Road one, which would give you about 22 inches worth of clearance for your departure angle. That's if you're coming down, heading into a dip, or you're gonna drag your tail on something that's high behind you. This is your departure angle. So here we are back of a stock van, right to the bottom of the hitch. We've got, about 12 3/8 inches of clearance to the bottom of this hitch. So from 12 to 18, so we got about a 6-inch height difference in the back on this van from a stock van to our new one. So huge improvement. This is really gonna make getting off-road a whole lot better for you. So one other measurement for you, it's just kind of fun, is this mirror height. And this stock van, right about 60 3/8 or so of an inch to the top of the mirror. And we'll just walk over and see what it's like on this new one. So we were at 60 3/8. We are now at 66 1/8 or so. So almost 6 inches greater height on this new van. This one also has the CA Tuned bumper and winch on the front, which is a little bit heavier up here, but that's a huge difference. 6 inches overall in height between stock and this. We'll take this every day. So this van comes equipped with the bi-xenon HID headlights, super bright. They got a great daytime running light that really gives this thing an aggressive look. Fantastic driving lights at night. We've got that paired up with some auxiliary off-road lights as well. Right on the front of the bull bar on the CA Tuned bumper, we've got some LP6s from Baja Designs. These have a backlight amber. They've got a low and a high beam Really impressive light on that bumper. So we also have the Warn Xeon 12S winch mounted inside this CA Tune bumper. This is the perfect setup winch for this type of a van. It's got plenty of pulling capacity to get you or a friend out of a sticky situation. For some ditch lights on this van, we have the Van Compass hood line light pod brackets. Those are a direct bolt-in. They're pretty awesome for mounting all sorts of different lights. We've got some Squadron Sports from Baja Designs on there. All these exterior lights are hooked up to the upfitter switches inside the van. So on the top of this van, we've got a Flatline Van Company Safari rack. We love the Safari rack. It just offers a ton of space up there to be able to hang out if you like. We've got 300 watts of solar up there. We also have a Starlink Mini, Max fan, and a X3 AC unit from Nomadic Cooling. And mounted on the side of the roof rack is our Fiamma F45S manual awning. We think the manual awning is the way to go on these vans. Really adds a nice bit of shade. We think what's great about the manual awnings is that you're in control of when you put them in or out. The automatic awnings have wind sensors and they might pull themselves in unannounced. So we think the manual is the way to go, and we love this setup. So right underneath the awning, we've got a Rigid Industry scene light. This offers great illumination at night right outside your sliding door. It works great underneath the awning as well. Below that, we've got a stock window from Ford on the sliding door. Most of these vans are coming this way, and we think it's fantastic just to leave it that way. For side steps on this van, we've got the Illuminous Touring side steps. These are fantastic in our opinion. They're lightweight, they look good, and they offer plenty of width to be able to step on and get in and out of this van without feeling like you're gonna roll an ankle. These are our top choice for side steps. So moving on down a little ways, we got our Flare Space flares. We got these color matched to the Avalanche gray color of this Transit. These flares allow us to have an 80-inch long bed inside. So I'm 6'3", I can fit perfectly with these flares. This is our go-to setup. On the top of the rack, we've got two KC scene lights at the back. This allows you to turn them on, be able to back into a tight camp space at night, illuminate your campground if you like. These are all independently controlled from the power kit inside. We've got a Flatline Van Company tire carrier on the driver's side. This allows us to carry our full-size spare for our 285 75/16 tire. And then on the passenger side, we've got the Flatline gear platform. That gear platform's got a storage box mounted on there and a propane mount for them to carry their propane outside the van. Really a neat little setup, plenty of additional space for Rotopacks or some other gear that they might want to attach on either the box or the platform. So on the driver's side of the van, we've got the matching Flare Space flare and color matched Avalanche gray. We've got the Flatline side ladder attached to their Safari rack. We think that's the easiest way to get up and use your roof rack with that side ladder. A little bit farther forward, we've got an AM Auto half slider window that fits perfectly in the OEM cutout for these vans, so that window looks like it belongs here. Opens up with an integrated bug screen so you get some nice fresh air. And then we've got the last bit of the Illuminous side step right to the driver's side heat to get in and out pretty easily. All right guys, that's it for the exterior of this van. Let's take a look at the inside. Couple new surprises for you. So here we are on this side of this van. Definitely a different layout than what we normally do. We do have our standard 36-inch doorway galley here with the fridge and drawer, nice stainless sink, bamboo top on it. What's new in this van is we have on the other side, we've got two pedestal cabinets here that have drawers. So these are all from Lost Highway as well. They got big old drawers for storage. These folks are gonna pick up this van later today and they're heading to Alaska on a 160-day trip. So plenty of storage for these guys for dry goods and for all their other fresh food. They provided us this microwave oven that's also an air fryer and a convection oven. So this thing can do it all. We have it bolted in on top of this thing so it's not going to go anywhere. It'll hold up on these rough roads that they've got. But a neat little double countertop space here, so for additional preparation for food. So yeah, really kind of excited about this layout. We still gave them the toilet box so they can use this as a bench seat as well, and their plan is to basically have these front seats swiveled most of the time when they're parked up and be able to use the table here so you could have it accessible from any one of these spaces and still have the toilet here and set up. Nice little workspace here if they still need it. So in the front of the galley, guys, we've got two switches here, one for the water pump and one for the gray tank dump. The gray tank is mounted underneath the van and it electric valve on there, so you can push the button, valve will open up so you can dump your gray tank at an appropriate location. We've got drawer here. This is perfect for utensils, junk drawer, whatever you may need. This is where I keep all my cooking stuff in my van. And then below that, we've got our DR85 fridge. This is the drawer style fridge, and it also has a built-in freezer in there. It's nice and cold. This thing is on, ready for these clients to fill it up. I always say it's easy to access this from the outside as well as the inside, and it turns out I probably use it more from the outside of the van, because honestly, I like to be outside when we go places in the van, so it's super easy just to reach in, get stuff from this side as well. And then top off the galley, we've got our drop-down table. This is our perfect spot for making coffee. Got an outlet here for an induction cooktop if you like. You could plug that in there, run a blender, whatever you may need to. But this is a great little spot, hangout area in the morning for coffee and making dinner at night if you like as well. For our overhead storage in this van, we've got our Molly panel that's been custom built to fit this space. Really fantastic little spot for hanging stuff. There's hooks available. There's other Molly panel gear, first aid kit, fire extinguisher that you can put there. We've got two cabinets on this side. We've got a 28-inch cabinet. This is latching mechanisms on the door to keep them open when you want, keep them closed when you want. We've got a Starlink mini hardware in here at the moment. Two additional doors, excuse me. Super solid. These things aren't going anywhere. They're riveted together as well as to the wall, so you got plenty of capacity in here for a lot of heavy gear if you really want. And we've got one additional cabinet over on the driver's side, so you got more storage here for cooking utensils. This is where I keep my camp stove and some of those things in my van. And we also have a little undermount light for them here, so you can illuminate the galley. It dims as well as goes to a red light for those dark nights when you're trying to keep your eyesight intact. Right next to our upper cabinet is our EcoFlow Power Kit console. This is the touchscreen console, so you can see state of charge. You can see we've got two 5 kilowatt batteries in here. It's at 96%. Plenty of capacity in this van to run all the lights, fan, water pump, water heater, air conditioning unit. We've got input here. We've got alternator. We've got solar. There's a second solar output or input, excuse me, if you want to put some flexible solar panels, and shore power charging as well on this van. And then we've got all of our output here. So this is where you can control your ceiling lights and your porch lights, scene light, Starlink mini, water heater, as well as the AC outlets for the galley or for the microwave. Plenty of easy access to this stuff here. And we also have a water tank monitor. So we've got a full tank of water for these folks ready to go as well. Really nice and clean. Great companion smartphone app, so you can see and control all the same features here on your phone if you like, out by the campfire. Next to that, we've got the S-Bar heater controller. This is a thermostat, so you can set your time, your temperature, get it to a nice toasty temperature, set how long you'd like it to run, anywhere from 10 minutes all the way up to just to stay on. This thing sips fuel from the fuel tank, but it'll make this van nice and toasty warm. For the additional climate control in this van, we've got a Max Fan 7500 here. This has got the automatic lid. It'll open and close automatically. You can turn it on here at the fan, or you can use the remote to turn it on. Fantastic for pulling air in through one of the windows or the bunk windows in the back to help get that air movement in the van. A little bit farther back, we have the Nomadic Cooling X3. This is the big AC unit from Nomadic. It puts out 15,000 BTU of cooling capacity. I love the flat flange here that doesn't protrude into the van any more than this. Easy to control right from bed or the remote as well. And then last but not least is our Scirocco fan. This little guy pivots and tilts in any direction that you like. Helpful to move air, helpful for that white noise sound. Love this little fan. So our interior package in this van consists of our custom machined CNC ceiling. This adds a really cool touch of color and pattern. It also adds some additional sound deadening and thermal insulation on top of the 3M thin fillet that we have up in the roof. On the walls, we've got a Marathon charcoal fabric. This is a super resilient fabric. It'll hold up well to a bunch of wear and tear. That's mounted on top of 1/4-inch Baltic birch panels that are marine grade plywood, really super solid as well. We've got sound deadening in there as well as 3M thin fillet everywhere we can tuck that material. So last but not least is our flooring. We have a 3/4 inch composite subfloor that it's got great insulating properties. It's much lighter weight than plywood and it's waterproof. And then we've topped that with our 2Tech2 flooring. This is in the Moonless Night colorway. We think it just goes with just about anything that you can put in these vans. Super resilient, holds up well, cleans up really well also, and it's a really nice, classy touch. Our bed system consists of an 80-inch long mattress, 60 inches this direction. I'm 6'3", I sleep here perfectly. My wife is 5'5", she fits there perfectly as well. Really easy to get this out of the way when you're ready to open up this van. Mattress just folds up, tri-folds over here, and then we've got our hinged Murphy bed panels. These guys, super easy with just a little bungee. Keeps them up and out of the way. So now you got full access to the back of the van. If you need to bring some big gear back through here, you could have bikes, you could have sheets of plywood, wherever you may need. And it gives us access to our shower. This is our folding shower pan from Tetravan. Folds down. We've got a shower curtain in here that magnets to this frame all the way around, so you get a nice watertight seal at the bottom. Hangs from hooks in the ceiling. So when you're ready to hang this up, you just hook it up here. You've got an entrance to the shower from this side, so you'd step right in. All the water drains this direction in the shower pan through the grate into our drain that goes underneath the van and into the gray tank. No worries about drips or water outside the van, outside of the shower pan. Hot and cold water right here. Perfect setup to be able to get a shower inside the van if you need to. For the top of our bed system, these are the tall fender boxes from Lost Highway. The top of this is all just open and available for storage. So ton of capacity in here. We've got some of the window shades in this box at the moment, but you could put camp chairs, bedding, whatever you need in this area. You got the same on the other side underneath the mattress. And below that, we've got our power kit. We've got two 5 kilowatt batteries in here, the power hub that houses the 3600 watt inverter, and all the distribution panel for the AC and DC circuits. Really a compact system for this amount of power. This has got the direct connection to our AC unit as well, so the battery chemistry is 48 volts. Steps it down to 12 volts for all of our other needs, but a direct 48 volt connection to the AC unit to make it as efficient as possible. Plenty of capacity in this van. On the rear doors, we've got our window shades from Van Essential. These just magnet up into place, the accordion down, fit in here for a great, perfect tight fit for installation and blackout. We've got some storage panels behind or below that. These are great for gear. I typically keep my compressor hose and some tools and some gloves in this area right here. Plenty of hooks to hang things from as well. On the passenger side, we've got another storage panel. This has got a great little drop down table here to hold some of your toiletries if you want to use the shower out the back of the van, which we also have access to. So this is your little one-stop shop for rinsing off after a day of surf or mountain biking. Love these things. Insulated window shades. This is a great setup on the back of the van. On the passenger side of the van, this is our water system on this side. We've got a 24-gallon wheel well water tank inside here, as well as all the plumbing, valves. This is our water fill plate right here, so you can end up taking just a regular garden hose and fill in the 24-gallon tank right here. We also have hot and cold water. We've got a shower wand out the back. You can turn this on and off, have your hot water outside for a shower as well. And super easy access to fill up the tank, and it tucks right back away when you're done. All right, guys, that's it for the tour of this 148 high roof all-wheel drive Transit. We think we turned it into a beast of a van. Love the additional suspension setup from Van Compass. Really big tires, awesome new interior with some additional storage features, a new oven, and nice bamboo highlights. We think this thing came out fantastic. We can't wait to deliver it to the client later this afternoon. They're heading out on a 160-day trip right from the shop. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you'd like a van like this, we've got leads on chassis and we have build slots opening up later this summer. Hope to see you on the next video.